Hi, and welcome to our very high-tech little video, How Growth Breaks Companies. Won't be as much fun as the Dollar Shave Club guide, but probably more useful. So, if you're here, you're probably a successful entrepreneur, and you started small and grew your company big, and you expected to have more fun, more freedom, more money, and somehow you ended up with more stress, more problems, and less money, even though you're probably working harder than ever. That's a good indicator that growth might have broken your company. My name's Alicia Huck. Growth problems are my specialty, and today I'm going to explain how growth breaks companies so you know what to do to avoid having it break yours. So, first thing you need to know is that all companies have 4 basic jobs that you have to spend time doing, whether you're large or small. First one is data. You got to figure out what's going on. When you're small, that's pretty easy. You look at the same group of people you spend all your time with and say, hey guys, what's going on? Second thing you have to spend time doing is making decisions. You look at that same group of people and you say, what should we do about what's going on? They tell you, and that's handled. And then the third thing you spend time doing is fighting fires, because no matter how big or small you are, there's always unexpected things that pop up. And when you're small, this means that you have the majority of your time to spend doing the work that actually makes you money. But what happens when you get big? Well, what should be happening is that as you grow, you want to be building the systems, the processes, the tools, and the management skills that you need to do all that work more efficiently once you're big. But what if you didn't know that? Or maybe you knew that, but you didn't have any time. Well, the first thing that's going to break is data. See, now it's not just you and a few other people. Now it's you and a whole bunch of other people, maybe on different floors or in different buildings or maybe even in different states. And if you didn't create an efficient way to gather all that data and a process to move it up the chain, you're not going to know what's actually going on. So you'll spend most of your time running around trying to figure it out or getting nasty surprises. Second thing that will break is decisions. If you feel like you're spending a lot more time in a lot more meetings and it's not getting you better results, decisions making is probably broken. See, there's a lot more people and there's more things that need to be decided. And if nobody ever taught you how to run better meetings to be more effective, you're going to end up defaulting to what you used to do in the past. And a lot of those things don't work when you're small very well, and they work really poorly when you're really big. The third thing that will break is fires. Partly you're going to have more fires to fight just because you're bigger, but partly you'll have more fires because the other 2 things are broken. And all that is going to leave you with very little time to do the work that makes you money. You'll know that you're stuck in that second circle if you have one of these 3 problems or some combination. Efficiency and profit are down. Takes more time and effort to get stuff out the door, you don't know why, and you don't know how to fix it. Second thing is you'll have people problems that you've never really seen before. You'll burn out your best people, your worst people will get worse. And third, you'll end up with quality issues that you can't really understand and probably making apology phone calls to some of your best customers. This second circle, when your infrastructure is broken, when you're struggling with those growth problems, is a confusing, frustrating, really expensive place to be. So, you're going to be tempted to just try and work harder to fix it. You probably already tried that and figured out it's not really working. The thing is, you can't fix infrastructure problems with more work. Infrastructure problems need infrastructure solutions. You have to go back and build the systems, the processes, the tools, and the skills that you need, which kind of sucks because you don't really know how and you don't have any time. That's where we come in. I developed a thing called the Red Ball Workshops. It's literally a whole bunch of the smartest ideas that I found after working with a whole bunch of different really smart teams that were dealing with all of these different problems. We put them together in one set of workshops, and basically you do the whole program with your leadership team and we fix the stuff that's broken. We help you tell the truth about what's working and what isn't and create a plan. It includes building the infrastructure that you're missing, a real way to get those systems and processes in place. It includes teaching you management skills that you probably didn't learn and your people almost certainly didn't. How do you hold people accountable? How do you get really organized? And you learn that while you're working on the infrastructure projects. We want to be really efficient because we know you don't have any time. And then the third thing is we customize everything. There are other programs out there that can be really helpful if you like copying templates and following books full of rules. I'm an entrepreneur. I started my own company because I wasn't good at any of that stuff. So if you can follow those programs, they can be really great. But if you're somebody who isn't good at that, if you don't want to go corporate, if you're worried about keeping the things that make you special, you're the kind of person that does really well in our workshops because we work for you. We customize everything to your goals, your vision, your culture, your company, because that is the way it should be, in our opinion. And all of that gives you a huge ROI. What you end up with is more money. You get to keep more and you get to make more because you're finally executing on all those important ideas that you've had you could never get done. You get happier people and customers, and you yourself go from being stressed out, maybe even scared, maybe laying awake a lot of nights trying to figure out how to solve all these problems, worrying about the things you don't know how to fix, to being confident and excited again. Because you go from being somebody who doesn't know what work to do to being somebody who does know what work to do, and you're working on that. You're back to building the vision that you had when you first started. I think we've all been there as entrepreneurs, the days where you would just give anything to have somebody show you what to do to fix it. Well, you don't have to figure this out alone. Growth problems are surprisingly common, and the solutions are really well documented. We know what works. We've tried it with almost every industry, companies of all shapes and sizes. So, if all this sounds good to you, you want to get registered. We have a risk-free registration. It's awesome. And then you do the work. We'll be with you every step of the way with expertise, but not arrogance. It's your company, they're your decisions. Our job is to help you figure out how to get what you want the way you want to get it and avoid all the mistakes that people commonly make. And the third thing is you get to win. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty competitive, and winning is way more fun than losing. So if you don't feel like you're winning, even though you're more successful than you've ever been, you probably have growth problems and you need some help. And if you like the way our help sounds, you should definitely get registered today.